We're changing the rear discs and pads today, so the first thing we need to do is jack up the car. The jacking point on the ND is towards the back of the sill. You can feel two notches in the sill piece that sticks down. You want to jack in between the two pieces. So jack your wheel up and let's get moving. So the next thing to do is zip your wheels off. I've got a gun to make it easier. So these were the discs that were put on last summer before I bought the car. They're put on by the garage. They're pretty much as cheap as you can get. I think they're Delphi, which sometimes would be an alright make, American make. But they had them all round. The fronts were terrible, so I've already replaced the fronts. I'm going to replace the backs. I've got a completely driven organised tour. Yeah, that's me organising a tour for MX5 owners in September. We're going to Europe again, and we're going to do mountain passes and a lot of spirited driving. So I want the brakes to be good. So what I've done is I'm going to replace them with Brembo. I just want standard on the back. The backs don't do as much work as the fronts, but just stick with a good named quality. I've tried other makes before and I find that this coating on the bell here goes horrible. Brembo, they have a really nice coating, and I just find the metal quality is better. So I'm sticking those. My friends use them on the MX5 tour as well, and I've recommended them. And after the passes, you look at their discs and they just look spot on. So we've got Brembo discs and standard pads, nothing too crazy. Brought from a high street place with a discount. So all we're going to do is we're going to swap those out. So if anyone doesn't know, the brake caliper on the ND is exactly the same as an NC. So they've taken this whole thing over. Obviously the disc is different because it's a 4-stud rather than a 5-stud on the NC. So what we're going to do is we're going to get the caliper off, get the main bracket off, get the disc off, and then yeah, go through it all. We shouldn't have to bleed today because all we're going to do, the system is already bled. You shouldn't have to touch bleeding the system. All we're going to do is obviously the piston is going to have come out slightly, and different to the front, the rear pistons have to be wound in. So you do need a piston tool to wind those pistons back in. So we'll look at all of that. So what you've got here, you've actually got an inner bit you should hold with a 17mm socket. It's a 12mm nut on the back. There we go, just needed a little bit of assistance. So you've got two of these, you've got one here and you've got one just under here. So if you undo those two bolts, the caliper will come off. So I've undone the bottom nut, undone the top bolts, bottom bolt, undoing the top bolt. I've obviously only got the car on a jack. Do as I say, not as I do. So really you should jack up high enough to get an axle stand underneath, just in case it drops. So obviously do that. You are going to have to release the handbrake to do the rear brakes. So you probably also want to chock in front of the front wheels to stop the car moving. So those are the kind of safety things you should do. So that's undone. Handbrake's off. Caliper should just slide. It should slide out. There you go. It will just hang. Sorry for the snivels, I've got hay fever. Right, so obviously you can take your pads out. Look there. So I've not done any real hard driving on this, not done on track or anything like that. What you can see with bad pads, you can see the cracking through the pads. The actual pad material is starting to break up. So don't go cheap on brakes. See if the other one's the same. Yeah, big crack through there. Okay, cool. So now you've got two bolts inside here that hold on the bracket. I believe they are going to be a 14. Yes, they are. So remove those. It's a good idea to buy some ratchet spanners. It does save some work. Obviously you could be getting in there with a ratchet spanner, ratchet socket, but oh, there we go. So that's your bracket coming off. That's obviously where the pads slide, and these are your slider pins. So this is, if you've got slider pin issues, these have been changed a couple of months ago. If you can, so basically a slider pin should slide, and they can get bound, and that's why you get hot brakes and things. Really easy to change. You can get the kits to do them for about 15 quid. If you're doing this job, maybe do them at the same time. So you can get these kits on eBay. Like I said, slider pin kit, get those done. Really quite easy, get everything in the kit, the grease and everything. And then there's the disc. A little bit annoying on the rear disc that you don't actually get a screw to hold them on. That's the way it goes. But yeah, it's just not a very good quality disc, just a bit rubbish. So this is your piston, and obviously as the pads wear, the piston comes out further because the material's disappearing. So when you're putting new pads in, obviously they're going to be thicker and they won't fit. So you have to push that piston back into its recess. And on the rears, it is actually screwed. So I think it like ratchets out. So you can get a little square tool. It's quite cheap. Probably get it at Halfords, get it on the internet, and it has multiple little points on it, and you can put it in there, and you can get a socket on it and do it like that. Or you can have a well-used tool like this, if I can remember how to use it, and you get different bits that fit inside here to turn it. So basically, it's all magnetic. So basically, you put that on the end like that. You then put this in here, and then you screw that out until you get to the piston, like that. Right, okay, so basically you're screwing that back in. So these are new pistons, so they're probably going to be really easy. And they're turning nicely. Sometimes I have to put a bit of force into this, but this is going lovely. I know most of you won't, but I replaced the pistons inside these. This is a 6-year-old car. Replaced the pistons inside these. One of them had quite bad chipping on the surface of the chrome piston. You know, if you want to do a real thorough job, then buy the sliding pins and the pistons and the new seals and just refurbish the whole caliper. You don't need to buy a new caliper, you just need to refurbish it. So I've got a couple of things here. This is screw lock for the screws, for the bolts. And I've got some copperies. Yes, it's in a flapjack Tainer. Copperies for the pads when they slide in here. So what I normally do is put a bit of copperies on there where the pad runs. Obviously you're not trying to get this on any mating surface of the brakes. Right, so that's fine. Ooh, knocking the thing over. Right, okay. So what you want to do now is you want to get one of your new discs. Bright and shiny, the best they're ever going to look. That goes on there, and then you're wanting to get your carrier on. So basically, you've got your bolts for your carrier. This is just me, please follow the proper instructions, but these don't look like they've ever had thread lock on, whereas the ones that hold the sliding do have thread lock. It's just peace of mind. I would put a little bit on there, doesn't have to be loads, just needs to fill the threads. Right, and get your bracket, get round, it's going to be a bit awkward, get round your brake caliper. Morning. Get one of those bolts started, grab your other one. Get your ratchet spanner. I will find out what the spec is to do that up to. So yeah, I'll find that. That's no problem. So that's fine. Now what you got is get your new pads. Brembo always just look nice quality when they come out. Not those Facebook posts where you see people from certain countries making brake pads really dodgily. Anyway, don't get your fingers on here. Obviously you can go around there, but that's fine. I would also put a bit, so these fingers here are going to go onto the back of the disc, around the other way, back of the disc, and then this little bolt is going to line up, this little divot is going to line up with that. Again, I'll just put a little bit of copperies, that's just me, just the way I do things. I do believe that this needs to be vertical, horizontal for it to line up nicely. So let's just put a bit of copperies on here. Oh no, go crazy, right. Already put copperies on the slidey bits. So thread those, sorry my head's in the way, thread those into these bits to slide them in. There you go. The fingers are going to go on this little bit, so I'll just put a little bit there, like that, it slides in. So now the pads are in, it's time to get the caliper back on. I've still got a lot of screw lock in here, but I'm just going to top it up slightly. A little bit of screw lock on there. They've probably got enough on there that they're going to be fine. Just being safe. Right, okay, so get your caliper. So you've not done anything to the hydraulics, not done anything to the handbrake. You are just going to slide that on like that. Put one of your bolts in. Yep, that's started. Start your bottom one. So get your 17mm. Again, fits over there. Again, I will put up the torque spec. That's how you, because obviously it's gone back all the way into the piston. So when you've ever done brakes before you drive off, make sure you've pressed the brake pedal a couple of times just to take up that gap in the piston. So that's how your slides there. So that is the rear end done. So basically, just putting your wheels back on. I do them up to about £80 foot. Please check whether that's correct and you're happy with that. So that's really it done. You just got to do it on the other side. I went to the high street to get these brakes quite quickly. There was a discount code. I got Brembo pads and discs for about £104. You can get it for about that, maybe slightly cheaper on eBay. But obviously you've got postage, and then if you've ordered the wrong part or anything, you've got to send it back, and it's an absolute nightmare. So with the price being so close, I'd probably just go to your normal parts dealers on the high street. So yeah, all really good. Save yourself a little bit of money. You know, maybe a couple of tools. You're going to use them again. You're going to replace brakes. You're going to replace the front ones. So really, you need a set of spanners. You need a piston rewind tool, unless you use a screwdriver, but you need to get some pressure on that. So get the little cheap rewind tool. Maybe get yourself, you can get little tubes of copperies if you don't want to buy a big one. And get yourself some screw lock. So not stud lock. Stud lock is the whole thing's in for a long time. You just want screw lock, so it's actually undoable. And really, that's about all you need. Some brake cleaner when you buy the discs and pads. Yeah, and so basically just before I put the wheel on now, I would spray this over with some brake cleaner just to clean off any hand grease or any other grease that may have got on there. Whack the wheel on. That is one side done, and I'll go off to the other side, but it's obviously exactly the same. So hope this is helpful, and put a like in the comments. Go and like the video. You know, it's quite nice. Makes me feel good that I'm helping people. So anyway, catch you later.